Good morning. This is a new good morning rant from MrFong. So, these are the beautiful little ducks that I wanted to show you. And here am I, your favorite half Chinese. So, let's start this little rant about Mr. Vance, who is calling all the Chinese people peasants. By the way, we are here in this beautiful park. It's called the Zuiderpark. It's in Den Haag. And it's the biggest park, I believe, in Den Haag. So in my city, The Hague, for the English-speaking people. And yes, so he is talking about peasants, calling all these Chinese people peasants, while the living standards of the Chinese people right now, on average, is way higher than the United States and higher than the people living here in the Netherlands. I'm going to give a couple of examples, and I want you also to think about what he actually means and why does a politician who should be by the people and for the people think in a class system, right? Because peasants are a class, right? So this video is going to be divided in two parts, right? So yeah, what does he mean with it? So in China since 1949 has been developing tremendously. Nobody can deny that. It is amazing. I have to remember where I put my bike. Oh yeah, it was over there. There is no comparison ever recorded in the history of humans that a country came back so hard as China did. In just decades, they have transformed from number 11 poorest nation in the world to the biggest economy in the world, to infrastructure, best in the world now, technically most advanced. Their school system, even the universities, are becoming superior over all the other Western universities now. Look at what they've done with AI, with DeepSeek, for example. Look at their way of life. It is convenient and it is more healthy than ours. So who is actually the peasant? Is it they or is it us? Goedemorgen.
Goedemorgen.
So this is what I want to talk about. Who is he actually talking about? Because when we look at and compare the two, we will soon find out that the United States has more money than China has, right? In total, or the Chinese people have, right? But somehow their lives are on a lower standard, living standard, than the Chinese people. How is that even possible? How come that when you go to the United States, you can see homeless people and addicted people all over the place? How is that even possible? Why is that government of elites not doing anything about it? This opioid crisis was very heavy in China back in the days. It was even worse than what the United States is experiencing now. Now, China didn't choose for it. It was forced upon them with the barrel of the gun, so to say. And America was also complicit with that. They invaded China in 1901, exactly for those purposes. In fact, 2 railroads and some universities in the United States have been built on the proceeds of opioids sold in China. And that's what they called the China trade back in those days. So that problem in China was huge. But if we compare how they solved it and how the United States is talking about it, because that's all they do, then we see a huge difference. See, China didn't go and say, oh, the United States and the 8 alliance nations are guilty of pushing this on us. It's not fair, they are doing this to us. No, they were not crying about it. You know what they said? They said, we did something wrong that this happened to us. They did not mean they did something wrong to the Western nations, because they did not. But somehow it came to this situation. And they looked for the mistakes in themselves. And they fixed it for the people. Because they knew one thing for sure. Blaming others for your problems is not going to solve anything. And the people who are always blaming others are not serious about wanting to solve a problem. They just want to blow smoke up your behind and make you think that they care. If they really care, they would have changed it already. It is not that the United States does not get enough money in to change all these things. When they can use trillions of dollars for wars, they also definitely could use 1 trillion on their own people. I mean, it's their money after all. But no, they choose to do otherwise. And you know why they choose to do otherwise? They choose to do otherwise because your government is thinking in a class system. And most Americans are not in that class. Most Americans, they are being considered as, I don't even know what to call it, because I don't think in classes. But if you are considering people living a decent life and having a way higher living standard than your own people, peasants, then I don't know what you would call the other ones. It's just unbelievable that somebody in your government is talking down to an entire nation like that. It also shows they're not civilized. It shows it's still got that old mentality. As long as I can oppress you, I will. And that is the exact same thing that they're also doing to the American people and the other Europeans, right? That's exactly what they're doing. I just don't know what to say about this anymore, because it's just mind blowing that somebody can make a comment that is this ignorant. I mean, just look at how China has developed. The United States has nothing on it, right? Even the social media apps have lost it against the TikTok social media app from China, right? Your AI has lost it from a person who just wanted to develop another AI search machine, a DeepSeek. They've lost it on each and every metrics, right? You don't have healthcare for your people, or at least it's very, very bad. In China, most people have healthcare. Even the people, most Americans, they don't have many passports. How come 80% of your people doesn't even have a passport? How come you have the highest incarceration rate? How come there's so much money going around in the United States, but the people living like they're impoverished in under third world circumstances? How come? How is that even possible? I don't know what to tell you if your government is starting to call decent people who live a normal life peasants. But what I can tell you is that Americans should start to think, how would they be thinking about you? And that is the question that should be raised. And I think if you understand and figure that one out, then you also understand that he will not do anything for you, because you are below his class in his mind. Let's be honest here, because I don't think so. I think everybody is the same. and each have their own qualities, and somebody has a little bit more money than the other. That's just how it always has been. Money and wealth does not define you a status. In the end, we are all born naked and we all will turn into ashes. There's nothing special on having a billion or having zero. There's nothing special on wearing a particular, what they now call high-end brands, which are just low-class clothing, I would call them. You know, the ones with a lot of brands on it, or just wear something without it. It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make you better than somebody else. If you have that mentality, it makes you actually less developed mentally. Because a normal, ordinary human being understands that a person's build-up has more to do with its heart and its way of thinking, its character, and these kind of things. It has nothing to do with money. And that is the difference between people like Vance, or Vance, whatever his name is, and just normal people who can think on a normal level. And I'm sure he got his qualities, but that doesn't make him a better person than anybody else, or coming from a better class. Because I'm sure that most Americans, especially the ones living on the street, have higher morals and ethics than him. So if we wanted to make a class, then those people would be the good class and he would be the worst class. Because that's what it's all about in life. Anyway, I just wanted to end it right here and show you this beautiful scenery. And let's have a look at this, because this is really nice to see. It is not that special, I understand, but this is what we call beautiful in the Netherlands. It is still beautiful, right? Quite peaceful in the morning, nice park, all these ducks. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you enjoyed the rant. And this was your favorite half Chinese. And as always, have a great day.